Hello and welcome to Yadnya Investment Academy. Today we are going to do a mutual fund review. Let me first explain the methodology of the review. We will list and review the fund on various parameters and rate each parameter by green, yellow or red star. Green star means good performance, yellow star means average performance and red means below average performance. In the end, based on total number of green, yellow and red star, you can take a call to buy this fund or not. Please remember, all the fund parameters we are going to discuss here are based on 30th July 2017 data as reference, and we only review regular and growth plans of mutual funds. Before we start the review, we want to inform you that we have come up with our first book which is on mutual funds and SIP. Book is available on Amazon, Flipkart and other channels. The link is mentioned in the description of this video. Coming back to the review, in this video we are going to review fund name HDFC Small Cap Fund, which is a small cap fund launched in 2008. Before going into review, let's understand about fund's objectives. Fund invests primarily in equity stocks and is ideal fund for long-term capital appreciation. It invests in small cap companies as well as mid cap companies. Objective of the fund is to give returns which are not too much correlated with the broader markets or sectors. Now let's start the detailed review on each parameter. First, the fund belongs to HDFC Mutual Fund family, which is currently India's second biggest fund house in terms of asset under management out of more than 40 fund houses and was established in 2000. So for being a large and very experienced fund house, we give a green star here. Small Cap Fund was launched in April 2008. This means it is active for close to 9 years now. So let's give a green star here too for being a good experienced fund, especially in a relatively young small cap category. Fund is categorized in small cap category based on value research classification. There is no fixed definition of small cap, but mostly they are considered as companies which are not part of top 90% of stock markets market capitalization. Now moving to next, this fund has a good asset under management of close to 1100 crores and is the 6th biggest small cap fund among a population of more than 12. Fund surely has a decently good AUM. We really like funds between 1000 and 5000 crore AUM as they have a good support system and have high aspiration. Hence we give a green star here too. Now let's talk about the moolah, that is the returns. We will first talk about the trailing returns from 30th July date and then talk about the calendar returns. In trailing returns, we can see the fund has consistently beaten its benchmark index, that is Nifty Small Cap 100, across 1, 3, 5 and 7 years. Except last 1 year, fund is not able to beat its category average where the competition is really tough. Trailing return performance shows near average fund performance. Now looking at calendarized return of last 8 years from 2009 to 2016, which means returns from 1st Jan to 31st December of a calendar year, we see that the fund had 3 bad years of performances, 2012, 2014 and 2015, where it was beaten by both benchmark and category average by wide margin. It had some good performing years as well, such as 2010, 2011 and 2013, where it could beat both benchmark and category average. So overall trailing return and calendar year performance is near average only, but last 1 year performance has been pretty good. Recovery on the card? Not sure. For this performance, we give this parameter 2 yellow stars. Next important parameter is fund manager. Fund is managed by a well-known small and mid-cap fund manager Chirag Setalvad since 2014. He holds management degree from US and joined the HDFC Mutual Fund family in 2007. Chirag also manages HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund since 2007. It is a mid-cap oriented fund with close to 17,000 crore asset under management. This fund is currently the best performing fund in 10-year trailing returns and has beaten the category average by close to 5%. He also manages HDFC Balanced Fund since 2007. It is an equity oriented hybrid fund and has an asset under management of around 10,000 crores and is exceptional performing fund again with the best 10-year trailing returns in the category. Chirag also manages 2 relatively smaller funds, HDFC Children's Gift Fund, which too is an equity oriented hybrid fund, and HDFC Long Term Advantage Fund, which is a ELSS fund. Both these funds are very good performing funds too and have above 1000 crore asset under management each. Looking at Chirag's exceptional performances in all the funds he manages and his relatively new stint with this fund, we are bullish about this fund's prospects in future. Chirag is also supported by Rakesh Vyas, who is a BTech and MBA. We give this parameter a green star for Chirag's skill set and his stability with the fund house. Next parameter is top stock holdings of the fund and understanding the fund's diversification. As on 30th July, fund has 50 stocks in the portfolio with top 5 contributing to 17.6%. Current cash and debt allocation is close to 10% and rest all is in equity. Fund has a good diversification in portfolio, but weightage of top 5 companies is higher than our small cap benchmark of 15% and hence we give this parameter a yellow star. Next parameter is sector diversification. Top 3 sector contributes only close to 38% and we feel fund has very good diversification and therefore we give this parameter a green star. Next are expenses. Expense ratio of the fund is 2.41%, which is same as average expense ratio of this category. Exit load of the fund is 1% if investment is redeemed in first 365 days, which is what most equity funds do. Since expense ratio is same as category, we give this parameter a yellow star. Now those who like numbers, let's discuss few important ratios too. Standard deviation, a measure of volatility and risk, is lower than the category and benchmark, which means it takes lower risk compared to them. Beta 2 is a measure of risk and is also lower to category, which again shows lower risk fund is taking. Alpha, which measures the risk adjusted returns. So 11.6 alpha means it can perform 11.6% better than the benchmark. So by taking lower risk, it has lower alpha, that is return potential, than the category. So this means this fund is low risk and low return profile fund. Last is P ratio of the portfolio, which is 20.1 and much lower than the benchmark's PE of 59.2, which shows the huge return potential the fund has. So for fund being a low risk and low return fund, we give this parameter a yellow star. Few other important info to note about the fund is that it is a small and mid cap focused fund and hence has close to 43% in small caps and rest in mid caps. And this table here shows how rupees 10,000 SIP would have performed in various time frames and prove very good performance and good returns this fund has given continuously. So if we calculate, we got total 5 green stars and 5 yellow stars with return performance near average only being a concern area. To summarize, HDFC Small Cap Fund is a relatively low risk small cap focused fund. Fund's performance has been near average since launch. This fund invests primarily in small and mid caps with almost negligible exposure to large caps. Fund is being managed by a popular mid and small cap fund manager, Chirag Setalvad. Chirag's performance in all the funds he manages has been exceptional and he joined this fund 3 years back only. And fund's performance has started improving since last 1 year. Even though this fund has not performed as well as the peers in the category till now, but looking at Chirag's track record, we believe this fund has better days ahead. Even though fund's performance hasn't been great till now, we would still like to keep this fund in our shortlist of small and mid cap fund list. This is all we have on this fund review. If you have any question, please do write in the comment section below and do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more such reviews. Have a great time ahead.